So this time the mission is to go to the valley, to the city, and to have some ice cream. And to get some books, to press flower leaves in them. I could get them right here in the up there, but the books belong to the post office and I don't really want to get like all the books up there, like all yeah, all of them. There are like 50 books up there and I got 25 of them already, so yeah. And they were watching, you know. So from here on I usually walk downward. This is the highest point at my letterbox. So yeah, I was thinking about taking the bicycle down, but I'll do that on a rainy day. Days like today, yeah. I'm just going to the valley and then to the city, not staying at the village where I usually buy stuff because it's Sunday. And I'm not doing any tour or something like that. So yesterday we had a huge storm happening. It's still cold. It's not like summer. So I was in my house and it was lightning like 15 times to 20 times. And I have never experienced lightning up on a mountaintop. So it's like when it fires, you see it right in front of you because we are on a mountain. I figured, like, when it had ended, I went like, oh yeah, I'm on a mountain. So because here is the valley, the lightning will have to get to the ground somewhere. So that's why I see it as if though it's always hitting my house. I wasn't afraid. I was eating potatoes. So, oh no, broccoli. Yesterday I still had some broccoli. Nice, huh? The clouds are moving swiftly. I'm talking about this cloud here. I was watching that one. Nearly no movement, but a little bit. So yeah, I'm lucky to live up here. In 5 years I want to be gone. I want to go to a place on the seas, like an island far away from civilization and get away from all the mobile phone antennas and, as I put it as well, rubbish bags. I don't want to have civilization happening like in every flat there is a rubbish bag. And also there are these flats. That's a mistake by itself. And also the way people live in cities. So I'm not, oh, I need Hong Kong. No, I don't. I'm not a working bee. I don't need to be living in a beehive and have no peace and space for myself. So yeah. When I moved up here, I was homeless in Zurich because I just got sacked from a art school and I didn't want to, like, I couldn't move my stuff from up there, Köln, Germany, back to Zurich where I was. So then I just did my writing in a library all day long and tried to figure out a way to get the stuff back. At that time, and even now, I don't believe in Kickstarter just because also Patreon and stuff, it's too complicated. I don't want 1,000 people to give me money for something. I want one person that says, you know, I'm rich. Whatever you do with my money, it doesn't really matter. I'm just amused to see you struggle. You do your stuff or whatever, because I got the ideas and I got the energy to do stuff. So usually the rich, they go like, oh, you know, all the business, it drags them down. They have like all those, you know, on their neck. Like, it's not, oh, I need to pay taxes. That's how we, the poor, think. But it's rather like they are within a web, caught in a web that's made of finances and finances and finances. And have you ever seen someone get born and then ask for finances first? So no, also in their brains they have this first path walked. They themselves walked on that field of snow that was all new, and for them they were imprinting themselves with, I need to eat, you know, I want to be on my mother's breast and I want to hear her heartbeat. So they are the same as I am. Even though I have never been rich, I have always been a human. So I know they have the same origin. So I know that they are not happy with the web they are caught in, that consists, well, you tell me, that consists of agreements and timetables and projects and deadlines and watching, you know, not just reading the mass media, the news, which just isn't true, but it's like the finger on the pulse of the world. That's what it is, you know. And yeah, by that I want just one person to go, you could make my world a little bit more meaningful. I give you the finances you need to do your stuff. So yeah, I'll travel back to this person every year and I'll report, you know. I go like, really do it in the correct way. I'm not like Van Gogh, you know, writing to my family for money, because first of all, I don't have this family, and not even a prolonged family, like, you know, grand, this and that. So I really am out there on my own. And then also, if I remember when I was homeless in Zurich the first time, I could have talked to so many people I knew at that time to give me this or that, but I didn't. I wanted to be out there and experience life. So I slept in a park and I had my sleeping bag hidden between containers, and sometimes they just disappeared and I had to get them from the container. So I was lucky that they haven't been transported to the, you know, rubbish piles or the rubbish factories. It still was in the container, super, so it stank quite a bit, you know, to get it out there too. Bah. So also I peed between those containers because I figured all the toilets, they get cleaned maybe once a day. That's Switzerland. It's not once a year, it's really once a day. But still, so many people use it and they don't really hit the spot. And also they get in there already having dirty hands. So it's not that they touch themselves somehow. They have dirty hands already. When you use a official phone in Switzerland, or you get yourself a ticket from these touch screens, all the bacteria and sperms and germs and you can get from there. There is a movie documentary that I remember having seen that lately. So I went like, oh yeah, so it's still the same. People don't really leave their houses clean. So I want to have that one person giving me the financial means to do my project, to get on the seas. So the way I do this is like maybe the same as I found this house up here. So I was homeless in Zurich and I didn't really go looking for a job or a flat. I didn't also get the governmental money. For long I was just begging people for money. I was asking for, can I have some money? I need this and that. And they gave it to me. So I figured I'd do it like the punks. I get the money from the people and I use it up instantly. I'm not making a business with that. Okay, I did so. Like sometimes it was 300, sometimes it was 600 Swiss francs a month. So I did that for a summer, but then I went to get the governmental money and then I didn't want to live in a stupid flat. So now here you go, now the story starts. So I went like, I knew what I didn't want to have. I don't want to live on top of a McDonald's on the Whore Street in Zurich, because why? I have lived there. And I don't want to live on top of a restaurant nearby, an Italian one, because I have done so. I've had that. So all the cheap flats I didn't want to have. But I hadn't a vision where I wanted to go then. So when a relationship that wasn't one, because it was actually a narcissistic abuse relationship. So I figured Zurich for me is done. I've done all the education, I've done all the cinema, I've been to all the museums. I'm bored by what it offers. I want to be like the bankers. They get there in the morning and they leave in the evening. So I just need it for culture. So I went looking for flats somewhere in Switzerland, not just Zurich. And then I found out, hey, wow, for the money that I can spend, internet, I can have a house. So I went like, oh, I'm not gonna look for a flat at all. Where does my house have to be for me to be happy? Well, I want to have like nice hills, as I saw in my childhood. I want to have green around me, so just a few houses on those hills, and I want to have some faraway village where I can do my shopping. So I drew a picture and I had it in my head much livelier than this picture was, and I kind of went always renewing this picture on that agenda. I was actually not having a booklet or a real agenda calendar. I was just having my papers, and on there all the projects and to-dos were listed. So whenever that got dirty or I had to rewrite it, I copied this picture from here to there. And also I had a year-long calendar. Once a year, a paper. I wrote at the beginning of the year, I checked for the stuff that I have kind of done, and I wrote it new. So I'll start again.